Alright guys, here we go, another mono fighting, and unfortunately he's mono flying, so I know that Sleep Powder is going to come right off the bat, but that's why I've got this guy, because he's Choice Scarf Sleep Talk with guts for the win. Since 2007, I've never been able to pull it off, and are you kidding me? He misses. So he's like, wow, that's such hacks, and I'm like, no dude, actually that's good hacks for you. Like, are you kidding me? Even when something good happens for me, it doesn't. So I switch back to this guy, just because I can, like the hell if I know. And he ends up just switching out. He didn't want any part of that, so fine by me. And it allowed me to get my Stealth Rock now, which is obviously going to be huge against mono flying. So he puts up a layer of spikes, and there's not a darn thing I can do about it. And I know he's going to get a second one when I switch out to Ape. But, I mean, what am I supposed to do about that? Like, seriously. So I'm really worried he's going to Whirlwind right there, because that's definitely the play of the day, in my opinion. But, you know, whatever. So I know he's going to switch to something. I've got no idea what. And he was on stream in his in another match with this team, so I know a couple of his guys, and I know that there's absolutely nothing I can do to his Gliscor except a nasty plot flamethrower, and I don't even know how much that's going to do. So in comes Agira, which I didn't know he had, and I'm just like, great. So I know that with Ape being my only special attack, and with him having Scarm, I need him. I flat out need him. Like, end of story. I can't let him die. I have no idea if a +2 Life Orb Grass Knot is going to kill this thing or not. It's got lefties, so I know it's at least somewhat bulky instead of, you know, all-out sweeper. But I have to go for it. I just have to. I can't afford anything else. And I didn't think I would take it down, but wow, I actually did. I took the thing out in one shot. Granted, of course, Stealth Rock and Sand, or no, Sand didn't help because lefties. But, you know, Stealth Rock obviously made me only have to do 75% of the work, so that was awesome. And now he's actually in a little bit of a pickle here. So in comes a Moltres, which obviously takes a crap ton, and I'm just assuming it's Scarf. Like, you almost have to, just like with Flygon. So, unfortunately, it really sucks. I didn't know he had this thing, and I got to switch out. So I'm going to go to something. And it's going to be this guy just because he can take a hit. That's pretty much it. I mean, granted, he isn't going to live 2 or anything like that, but he's really just a switch fodder. So, and there's Life Orb and there's Sand, but I'm busy in a Zat, you know, moderating crap and kicking, banning trolls and, you know, talking with peeps. So I did not see Life Orb. I thought that was just Sand. So I was still under the assumption it was Choice Scarf. And I was really mad about the crit because I was like, if he had one more turn of Sand hurting him, then I'd bring in Luke for an extreme speed, which would kill him. But I didn't know, you know, I didn't know what was going on. So I thought he was still Scarfed, and I was mad about that by losing one turn. So I bring in Toxicroak to CB Sucker Punch him. But he's Life Orb, so he's not going to go for an attack anymore, and I didn't know that. So a major fail on my part. This is what I get for not paying attention. So he roosts up, and I'm just like, oh my god. And I only saw that after the video. Like, I didn't even know throughout the well, until he roosted, I guess. But I just, I didn't even see the Life Orb at all. I was super mad. I totally could have finished the thing off, and it would have been awesome. And especially in the fact that, like, Lucario's not going to be worth a darn in this match whatsoever. His sash is broken, which I also forgot about, and or because Spikes will break it, and he doesn't have Stone, or this one doesn't have Stone Edge, so against flying he's going to be meh. He can't touch Gliscor, he can't touch Scarm, so it's like, man, I totally dropped the ball on that one. So this whole time I'm just thinking, like, what am I going to switch to? What do I care least about? So I switch over to Luke now, just because he's probably one of the most worthless guys I have. And in comes Pluff, which I figured the first time he went for Sleep Powder, so I'm thinking this time maybe he won't, maybe he'll switch or something else, or the hell if I know. But he ends up going for it now, and I'm just like, really? I didn't want to do the same thing as I did last time, so I just went for an extreme speed. I figured maybe Machamp's Bullet Punch can hurt him from there. I figured maybe if he went for sub, it would hurt him too much and he wouldn't be able to pull it off. You know, I didn't really know, but I guess now he's asleep. It's better than Machamp being asleep, I guess. But that the Heracross's purpose is to be asleep, you know, with sleep talk and all. So Anyway, I'm staying in so that something can switch, maybe burn a turn and wake up. Like, the hell if I know what's going to happen. So that was really just it. I wanted to stay in for that reason. And in comes Gliscor, which, you know, here we are. So what am I supposed to do? I switched to Glenn just as fodder. He's the most worthless guy that I have on the team. So yeah, it doesn't take an earthquake, you know, big deal. He wasn't supposed to. It's not like I was going to do anything otherwise. You know, CB cross chop, like, you know, whatever. So that was all I had. So I bring in Gilgamesh just to frog in my throat, just to threaten with Ice Punch. I don't actually have Ice Punch. I'm going to go for Fire Blast, expecting Skarm to come in to, I don't know. That's just, I guess I'm expecting Skarm to come in. I guess take Ice Punch in a way, or Dynamic Punch. I mean, not really. Gliscor, I'll take it equally well. Assuming it's a defensive build, kids these days give him max speed instead of defense, so he can't really take hits nearly as well as he's supposed to. So, anyway, Skarm does in fact come in, and that was me just telling him, ha, see, I do know how to play this game. I have no chance of winning this, but obviously I just nailed that. So, anyway, he's got a ton of special defense, so that didn't actually hurt him nearly as much as it's supposed to. But that tells me that he obviously isn't going to have as much on the defensive side. So I know Dynamic Punch is going to kill from there. So I'm going to switch to Dynamic Punch just in case, see what the hell comes in. In comes Pluff, which I'm like, well, I guess that's okay, because he can outspeed Ape, he can put crap asleep, and now he's dead. So, you know, I killed something, so it's better than nothing, I suppose. And, you know, I guess if Luke does wake up, then I don't have anything asleep at all. So, you know, whatever. Jump Bluff is going. That's cool. So, in comes a Rhyperior, which, you know, there's not exactly a whole lot I can really switch to. I mean, regardless of what I do, it's going to take a massive hit and throw close combat in its face. So, I may as well try and get one off that's going to give it confusion. So, I'm just going to throw a D-Punch in the face. It also depends. If it's an offensive build, then I don't think it can survive. If it's a defensive build, it'll live with like a little bit of life, not too much, maybe 25% tops, and you know, again, it'll have confusion on it. So I'm taking so long just thinking, like, you know, what's the least risky play, and I end up deciding, you know, I'll probably be faster, and this is what I'm going to go for. I do get a crit, so I'm definitely going to finish it off that way, even if it is defensive. Again, I don't know if it's offensive or defensive built. Depending on which type he has, depends on whether it mattered or not. So, and then of course, confusion, you know, he still has a coin flip chance to not do anything if he does survive. So, I don't feel bad in the slightest. And we'll see what he wants to bring in after that. He's going to think about it for a while, because I'm ripping holes through his team when I should have no shot here. So, I'm going to go for Dynamic Punch, because I know it's going to KO, just like Fire Blast will at this point. I'm expecting, you know, a Brave Bird or maybe even a Roost perhaps, but I should be faster. So I'm not even really caring about what the hell he could, you know, whatever he's thinking, I should be faster. So unfortunately I'm not. So he's just got a really whack Skarm. But thanks for getting rid of your flying type, dude. Now you get trucked in the face. So Skarm goes down, and I'm just like, man, how is this how is this possible? This is awesome. So he's got a Gliscor left, which I know it's going to be faster and can finish me off with Earthquake. So I'm going to throw a Bullet Punch in its face just to get something on there. Because again, like, Ape is my only chance. Like, I have to finish the thing off with Infernape. And, you know, I don't think it's going to work. So Bullet Punch, it does some, but he ends up roosting. I'm just like, are you serious? Because he expected Life Orb and Sand to kill me, which it doesn't. And, just switching up moves here. Bullet Punch is obviously the right play, but I just felt like switching moves. Maybe I could pull off a Dynamic Punch. I'm not able to. No big deal. This guy goes down. So, and here's the really awesome part. I switch to Ape now. I take some spikes. And not enough. I need Blaze. So I switch out to Lucario because he's sleeping. And he's just fodder to take the Earthquake and die. Ape is going to come back in, take more spikes, go into Blaze, and then Flamethrower should be able to finish it off the rest of his team, which at this point is Moltres and Gliscor. So Moltres is going to obviously take 50% on entry. It did roost up before it switched out, so it won't die, but Life Orb, Stab, Blaze, Flamethrower, even if it's not very effective, it's after 50%, it's definitely going to finish it off. So here we go, guys. Like, I'm actually going to pull this stupid thing out. So, let's put it in slow-mo. Let's go into the mind of one Ape Tang. Yo, dog. I'm Infernape, and I'm going into Blaze. I hope you guys get this. I know Malk is going to get this reference in gold. So that's the whole point. This is for you two. I'm taking hurt from spikes, yo, but I'm putting the team on my back. I'm going for a flamethrower, which after I calced it is going to be a one-hit KO on this stupid bat. Can you believe it? Flamethrower in the face! But just kidding, guys. Are you serious? Something like that isn't going to happen for me. I can miss from Sandvale. From my own dude giving his poke an ability that he otherwise wouldn't have had. It's like, are you serious? I deserve this win. It makes me so mad. Like, I should have had no chance. And that ends the match. Like, seriously? So, all because I was busy in a Zat and not paying attention. I miss Life Orb on one dude, so he gets a extra kill or two and still hangs around. And then I miss a Sandvale hacks. And that sleep powder miss didn't help me anything either. So absolutely nothing went my way. I totally deserve a freaking win. You know, I did win. You know, screw this. I won this game. It just doesn't come out that way. End of story. Arrgh!